Hey there, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 5th. The time right now is approximately 3:01 p.m. The temperature is a pretty cool 13 degrees Celsius. And I'm conducting my third interview with the fellow walktuber that you all know very well. I do share a channel with him after all, and that's of course Yoshi, aka the GTA Explorer. So we're going to be walking westbound as I kind of, coach through the cycles of his life and ask him what he's been through and what made him decide to transition into walktubing and become monetized.
Yep.
And like I say before, as long as you're monetized, you've been successful in my eyes.
That's true.
All right, so Yoshi, you reside Warden and Steeles area?
Somewhere around that. Yeah.
Right. And you've been there most of your life?
I think for probably 20 years.
20 years, yeah.
Maybe just around that, because I was downtown as a kid before, and then I started moving back up over there.
Right. So most of your life, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay. The schools that you went to, I guess elementary and high school, were they also in that area, Warden and Steeles, or?
Just elementary. High school and college was not.
Right.
Yeah.
And where are high school and college?
High school was just in Markham, around McCowan and Borough, so that was the Borough Secondary. And then the college I was in was, of course, at Finch and Don Mills.
Right.
That was the Seneca College, but now it's called Seneca Polytechnic, but
Right.
that's what they changed it to, the name for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you were younger, what were your activities? Did you play video games a lot? Did you just watch a lot of YouTube content? Were you a movie buff?
I think I started as a video gamer first. I did create my channel just 10 years ago, so it was in February. However, that time when I was actually a gamer, of course, the content really wasn't booming, and so I decided to change it up a little bit, and I recently started walktubing just last year in August, and got inspired by just a couple of people who started theirs as well, and got me to it. So I decided, you know what, maybe I'll just start it out as well and see how it goes. And it turns out that it went well, and of course I'm still continuing, but it just takes time a little bit for it to make it work.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll get to walktubing in a little bit. Building up to that, what made you even know about walktubing, honestly? You said you've been inspired by some people.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any people you can mention off the top of your head that maybe you saw a video of theirs and you're thinking, this is pretty cool content, before you even decided that you want to do it yourself?
So my first person that I saw was, of course, Johnny Strides. His first video.
Yep.
That I kind of clicked into. I also noticed Ken Continuum as well. And then after those two actually was the people that I watched. My next inspiration was whoever was next, and of course it was Henry, Toronto Tech and Transit.
Yep.
And then maybe the following through was whoever's, how many people are just starting it. Of course now more and more people who loves walktubing have now been starting their own as well, and more inspired is that there's so many people around that just really start to get in there. And of course myself, I know, even though I don't know much about it, but I'm still getting the learns of how to become a successful walktuber, and the way it is, it just takes one step at a time to be able to do it.
When you saw these people, let's say Henry and Johnny and whatnot, what is it about what they did that made you want to do it yourself? What did you find personally interesting about walktubing?
The way that they actually say about this in their video, pretty much like Johnny, he just goes around Toronto and explains something about the city itself and the history, of course. Like Henry also does that, but at least his streams is also entertaining, because he does some, not just maybe just walk around CO, but there's just in other places as well. And maybe for transit viewers who likes transit, like Sapan and Alex, they do transit videos. But even though sometimes they do live streams and sometimes they do a little bit of different things, they also would include it. So I'm more of a both. So of course I'm a transit person that I like to take TTC a lot, and of course in other places, I go around the city trying to also walk around and maybe discover some places that I haven't actually visited either. So that's pretty much typically like what I would do if I ever come down to become like a Toronto walktuber, like just like for a newbie. But once I get the hang of it, get the expert, and by the time I'll be probably being famous. I don't know.
Yeah, anything's possible, honestly, because when you said that you're into transit videos, and we all like kind of dabble in that. Vasily said in his last one that he's not into that, but he is about traveling, right?
Yep.
Now, there's something about transit videos that do draw a lot of views. One of my top viewed videos is a transit video. I know you've done a few, of course, Japan, Liam has. So, is there something about transit videos, do you think, that just makes people want to watch and entice their curiosity about public transportation in Toronto?
It only depends on what I would film, because I mean, like, just like if you're just recording just the same route over and over, that's not interesting, because I mean, it's just basically what you're just taking the same thing and just like going through it again. You just have to actually improvise a little bit. And for viewers that some like transit videos, like including it, I also would have to decide on what makes them really enjoy transit a lot. And it's not because just like you're just gonna go in, just take a short ride, and of course sometimes it's really difficult even if you're in the bus or something, because there's a lot of people and it's really hard to communicate. But that doesn't mean like when you're in there you just can't do the thing about what makes you really like the most. And of course, like as me, even though I do film like transit and like on the bus, on the train, but there's some ways that I can make it work. It's not like you just don't have to make it boring, but you have to make it something that the viewers itself would enjoy the most when you're filming these kind of videos. And to me, you have to take a personality to what the fan really likes the most. And I do what I can to be able to get the viewers what they like, of course.
And you think it might help people that, let's say, aren't familiar with Toronto, to sort of get an idea of what it's like to travel in the busiest city in the country?
Yes, there are like probably a lot of people who maybe just not like transit fans, but maybe like just like other stuff, like maybe walk around the city and explain like all the history itself, or maybe even like what Vasily said, would be traveling. And for people who likes to travel, yeah, there's pretty much a lot of unique places there we can actually be able to, like, sometimes I may actually do streams based on not just based around Toronto, but maybe other cities that people would thoroughly enjoy. And because the reason is that it's not just part of downtown Toronto that we maybe usually live in or somewhere, but there are maybe technically other places. And so you have to explore everything as you can. And for myself, that's just not basically just like videos myself that I'm going to be doing, but there are a lot more to actually do. And of course, there's ways that I can be able to improvise a little bit for myself and for the viewers. Okay.
So I guess I'll go back a little bit. When you decided, like, when was the first time you decided, okay, I'm watching these people, Henry and whatnot, I want to do walk tubing? You said that was sometime last year.
That was in August 8th.
August 8th last year, okay.
Now the reason why is just because before I don't really recognize like people like them at all, because even though I actually start watching Johnny Strides and Ken Continuum, that doesn't mean like there's a connection between like all other people. The reason is just that is whenever I get to really know their connection very well, maybe there's a chance that I could eventually meet them for the first time. And just like for me and Alex, of course, I don't even know who he is until probably one day of a coincidence, like he is around, and of course that's how I got to meet him. So basically, like just like every other people, it's not just based on how I got to see them, but it's just like the way that they kind of inspire me, and maybe there could be a chance that I might be able to see them. And that's typically the way it is, right? Because there's not like a possibility chance you can just like, oh hey, who is this, or who is what. You can't just like maybe just do what you can, because I mean, like for YouTubers like me, or for like you, or even anybody else, there's gotta start some things first before you can actually get to know who they are. Because typically you have to do some research, you have to do as much work as possible, and the way it is, it just takes a little bit of time to actually get to know more around, and especially myself.
So we gotta person that's not mentally stable in front of us. We'll just try to avoid him. So let's say last year, you said August 8th, you started walk tubing.
Yeah.
What was your first video, and when you uploaded it, how long did it take before you started networking? I know you've known Alex for a while. After you uploaded your first video, first of all, what was it about, and how consistent were you when you first started?
The first video I did, now technically this wasn't actually based on a video that everybody mostly liked, but it was a video that I first recorded was actually the subway ride that was from St. Clair Station to Shepherd Young Station. Now the reason is that it's just, even though this is just only my first video, I mean, there are really more there are more things that I wanted to go deep about, but first I just want to do something that's just simple and any ways that, you know, to interact with the viewers and the fans itself. I just want to go somewhere that's pretty much like a good start, so pretty much like a subway video or probably like a bus video first, and then once you get deep into it, then of course maybe like a walk, and of course that's what we're doing, but there are more videos we possibly can do, and yeah, we just have to work on it and be able to do as much as we can for most of the videos. For me, even though that not everybody would probably like transit videos, I still would try to change things up a little bit and just maybe just do something that people would thoroughly enjoy the most. And
yeah,
I definitely would do that.
There's a lot of people that enjoy transit videos. It really depends on the person recording whether they enjoy it or not. So when you started, you know, uploading videos, I remember I did, and I was brought through Eddie, of course, into this community. What was the kind of link to bring you into this community of walktubers, which certainly probably opened a lot of doors for you?
The way is that, like, at first, even though that I watched like most of the popular channels, like, of course, but it's just because like maybe like a small channel, even like Sapan, Henry, Liam, they actually, like, even though they are pretty much still considered as a walktuber, but they're still be able to improvise and work their way to like
Alex doesn't like that term either.
Oh, which one?
Walktuber.
Oh.
You call him a vlogger.
Oh, yeah, but just saying, like, there are ways that, you know, we can be able to work out very well, and like
Absolutely.
for me,
Sorry to get my
that
fingers out of the way.
it's okay. No, I was just saying there's just a lot of things that for myself to be able to learn from them, and even though if it's not just like from just one person, and maybe just from a lot, because the way that I think is that when one person actually does the work very well, they would just, I was like, oh, I could be inspired. I just want to do like something that I possibly would like to do as, you know, now even though it's not like a job or probably like something that would inspire as like a future, but it's still something like walktubing can be an interesting and a fun way to, you know, do a little bit more of a vlog and something like this, and probably just like to interact with the viewers that they can thoroughly maybe enjoy the most. And of course not most people would probably like it, but it still gives them a little bit of an idea on what they want to do, and if they want to do walktubing, that would be great.
Okay, so when you became monetized, what, 2 months ago, roughly around that?
I think it was in August this year.
Okay.
It was at least a year I started, then a year after I got monetized.
Do you remember the first time you went live, and how long was that after you started your initial video, I guess, back in August of last year?
So August 8th, 2024 was actually my first live, and that was just because it was a test, because I wasn't 100% sure of how long I'm going to be doing, because it was just a test, and so I decided to get Henry and Sapan to join me with that, because in case that I don't know anything about live streaming, they'll probably be able to help me with that. And
hold up here. Sorry about that. We've had no lack of sirens today, so we can actually hear you.
that's all right. Okay, as I was saying, let me get back to the point. The way that it is, like, I asked Sapan and Henry to come join me, because just in case that I don't know much about walktubing, they actually are the pros. They actually give me an idea on how to start my first live stream or even like a video for as a walktuber, and then you know, the way I be able to get this, I'm just gonna be able to continue doing this myself and see if I know anything about it after they kind of assist me with that. And so I decided to take something like their advice and see how this works, and it turns out it was not as a great way because this is only my first time, but you know, there are a lot of things to work with, and so there's going to be like just a little bit of time to work on in order to get very like better at walktubing, and especially me.
And how many subscribers do you have right now?
After that live earlier, I'm up to 654, but
654, that's great.
Can't expect that maybe after a few hours it may stay like this, but it could. We don't know. We'll see.
And YouTube can be sometimes like a game, like you can lose subscribers, right?
Yes, that's the thing.
And that's the thing. So it's like, you know, sometimes, you know, if you look at your subscription count, if you're not moving along, if you haven't lost a subscriber, then at least it's still a good day, right? The worst is when you like look at your subscription count, hoping it goes up and then it goes down. Trust me, I've been there.
Yes.
So now that you've reached this milestone, you are hoping to get to 1,000, probably by what time? What time period?
I don't think it's going to be this year because, I mean, like, even though that I pretty much do streams based on my schedule as well. I mean, sometimes the way that people can do their stream schedule, it depends on their availability. And of course, for me, I just don't have much time because, of course, of work and stuff. So I try to do as much as I can, but it probably won't be until next year. Maybe somewhere around summertime. I am not too sure, but I'm still gonna do my best to try and reach it, but it won't be this year. Well, of course, just won't be able to get there. Even if I do as much as I can to, you know, support other channels and try to link myself into it. It all depends. It all depends if the people that are watching sometimes may see that, sometimes they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have videos. What I find unique about you is that you have archived videos. Sometimes you bring up videos from months ago.
Well, that's because, like, I mean, there are times I probably will postpone them because in case, like, maybe some days I just cannot premiere them. Like, even though Vasily gave me an idea, like, to premiere videos, even though that you're not available, you can just, you know, do
that
it.
is true.
But the thing is, it's better to actually, as a host, really to join in because, I mean, for viewers that they can be able to continue watching it without like, oh, like the host not here and then I'll just pretty much exit the video. I mean, yeah, it's better to have some like the main host in a video just so I can keep the you know, the interaction going, especially even if they're watching the video, they can still chat around. So it better be. Some people may like that. Some people probably they don't want to. So it's just up to their decision.
Yeah, no, for sure. I kind of like that concept though. It's like you're in a time capsule a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Copyright. But you will, like, honestly, it's like you're thinking of a time that's recent and you go back to, let's say, 4 months ago. I kind of like that concept, you know? I've even thought about doing something like that myself, you know? It's just, you know, it's just a period in time where, you know, wow, I remember that. I remember what was going on at that time, right?
Yeah.
Even like you brought up a Game 5 celebration, right?
Yeah, that's because, you know, you're there and you might as well just do something like that as well, even though, you know, just to at least give a little bit more an idea of yourself, especially even if it's not like a video that, or even like a live stream that you normally do, and just attend that and just try and get a little bit more people to see it and to support it. So and that's why I decided to maybe just do something like this as well, just to have an idea.
Right.
And I decided that maybe it will work.
So, out of our local YouTubers, is there anyone that you would like to collab with that you haven't yet?
There's a lot of, I think I pretty much collabed with everybody, but I'm not too sure who's the only one that I haven't. I think it's Bob, but I've seen him before, but I haven't actually done a video with him.
I wouldn't even call Bob a walktuber. He's just mostly a vlogger for now.
So not him, okay, but I think with everybody, I think I pretty much collabed with. I don't see like there's anybody else who I pretty much haven't.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because pretty much everybody I have, but except like maybe if somebody was new, like it's maybe like a 30 subscriber, probably like somebody that's just fresh new, then yeah, we'll be done. But most importantly, everybody's already been been a name I think I've seen. So there really isn't much. Really isn't much new that I probably would be able to collab with. And so probably somebody new that I just don't know who it is.
Okay. Let's say I were to mention Yoshi the GTA Explorer,
Yeah.
and we have all these other people. We have Sapand, we have Liam, Alex, me, countless others,
Right.
Henry. What makes your channel stand out? Uh-oh, dogfight. What you gonna do? What makes your channel stand out above all the others to make you specifically different?
The thing is that even though that everybody has their own personality, like of course Henry has done like longer streams, maybe like a marathon streams, Facility does the
Yeah.
same. Japan also done the same. But for me, I'm pretty much like just like start fresh, even though that everybody does their stream on specific schedule. Like even Henry does it on weekend. Japan same thing, does it on weekend. Liam is just always like he does his schedules on maybe at least like a late night stream. I know Facility sometimes does that. He usually does it on weekend. But for me, I'm an earlier guy. So pretty much on all streams I do, it's pretty much because I'm a person that just doesn't really like to stay out very much. It doesn't really stay out very late. So pretty much like I'm the only earliest guy that really likes to start streaming very early. And you know, maybe not everybody would like to just wake up early to just watch a stream because it just is that early. But
You've done like a 6 a.m. stream?
no, I don't think I've done that, but I mean, like, the most earliest I can do is 9, maybe
9,
10.
right, okay.
Sometimes maybe 11, depends on, you know, if let's say somebody else is gonna join.
Sorry.
Of course, you might as well just see if you can just adjust the schedule. But of course, because that just depends on who's here and probably who's not. So,
Right.
for me, I just really just depends on the time. Sometimes I could do it earlier, but it just depends on what time I probably would get down here to start the stream. And it also depends on how long I'll be doing as well. It's just because that I have never actually done 4-hour stream yet. It's because again, I don't have that much data, and I'm kind of more sensitive to, you know, to myself. Even though I don't come downtown more often to just try and stream, I still do what I can, but it's just because I just don't want to keep stalling time just because of that. But I'll still provide as much content as possible, even if it's just like a couple of days to wait or something. You might as well just do what you can, right?
What is your longest live stream, if you can remember?
I believe it's 3 hours and 19 minutes, and it was a stream that I've done with Sapan, Henry, and Liam at the Toronto. And I do remember that it was a 3-part stream. The first part was with Sapan, we did a walk there, and then the second part was I had to wait for Liam and Henry to arrive, and then the third part was actually inside the restaurant where we ate, I think it was Greek food? No, Persian food.
Right.
And I did remember that, and that was the longest stream. I don't think I have any other streams that's longer than that at this time, because I've never done way past than that.
Right.
But I'm still going to try and work for possibly a longer one, but at this time it's just that I'm not able to do it yet, and mainly because I still just want to try and you know, try my best, as even though if it's not like a longer 4 or 5 hour, I'm still going to try more possibilities, and at least a point of time I'm going to try and stream longer. But it's just I have to find the right time to do so. It's like all that matters.
Right. So for your channel, do you see yourself going to any other places? Do you see yourself doing anything interesting in the near future from what you've done so far?
I did say I wanted to continue streaming maybe somewhere around TO for now, but in the future I want to actually maybe visit Ottawa or even Montreal, or even maybe visit Vancouver like where Robert is. But it's just really at this time I cannot make a plan that I can be able to go there, and so my only decision is to probably just stay around here for now until things work out. Then yes, I will probably maybe look for a possibility I can do a stream in the West Coast or maybe in the East Coast. I just don't know yet.
Absolutely.
We'll probably just do that.
Where do you think the future of walktubing is going? Some people are saying that it's dying, and other people are saying that there's too many of them and it's getting drawn out. What's your opinion on
Not
that?
necessarily. It's just that maybe it's just a few people are just not available to do their stream, and I get that. I mean, like, they have a lot of busier times that they just can't come out and do it.
But do you think it's something that people are being less interested in watching?
Maybe, but it's just that I don't know. It could some people might be interested. Some people are just like, oh, this is really not my style, and it just depends on the fans and like the viewers what their interest looks like. And if they're not even interested in walk tubing much, I mean, I get that. It could just always come back sometime soon. We just don't know.
Yeah.
It just depends, yeah.
That's very true. Okay. So for people that want to start walk tubing, let's say someone wants to start today and they don't know what to do. They have no subscribers. Whoa, my hat's flying away. That wind's getting aggressive.
Yeah, you might have to hold that.
I know. What advice would you give to someone that, say, wants to start it today with no subscribers, but they want to get their foot in the door for walk tubing? Who would you give for advice?
If I have to give an advice for the person that wants to start walk tubing and they still don't know, I mean, the only way is do what you think you can. I mean, go about your only way, or maybe just like watch some of the videos that people usually does walk tubing, and just maybe just you like think about their ideas and just use it on your own, and just try and see if you can improvise a little bit. It's just because you don't want to take somebody else's content without permission. And I mean, for me, even though I've seen most of people's content, I'm still gonna do it for my own. I'm not really gonna take other people's advice. I mean, they give us good advice, but I still want to just still use my own advice to just do what I think that it's probably be successful for myself, and that's a good way for myself to accomplish that. And I will definitely mostly use that advice and just take whatever I got.
Right. And is there any like good areas, maybe around Toronto or surrounding areas, that you would recommend they would record in? That would be interesting to viewers who just want to see the core of Toronto.
Like, I know a few places that have very much streamed, like Young Ananas, or aka Sankofa Square. Nathan Phillips was actually one of them. The most place I actually always visit is Union Station. This is pretty much one of the best places. It's because like that place right there is very, very busy, especially that on not even on just like one day, but like a lot of days. So a lot of people come in and out, and they usually take Union Station probably maybe for like when they come to Toronto, maybe like take the train, or even like come to like for occasional events, like maybe it'll be like a hockey game or a baseball game, like any traditional events. And
right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What is your highest viewed video?
I think it is the one with Sapan when I did the train ride with him, and that's the only most highest. No, actually, wait. Are you talking about the video or live stream?
Live stream or pre-record. Maybe for both.
It has to be the one that was from my birthday celebration. Then it is that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much was that?
I think it was 1,040 something.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay. And we'll also have to watch focus and watch our watch hours, because after a year it starts to go down.
Yes, that's right.
Do you have enough to make you feel comfortable that you can keep consistent?
Yeah, yes, I do. I think, I mean, it's not close to 4K, but I'm still doing as much as I can to...
Still well above 3K to keep you monetized.
Yes, that's true.
And that's good,
Yeah.
All right, Yoshi, I think I've asked you a pretty much good amount of questions that have summed you up. I think people probably know you a bit better now.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you. We're getting rained on, of course.
Hey, that's fine. At least we finished it right before, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to give Yoshi's link to his channel in the description down below.
Yep.
I'm very grateful to have him with me.
Yep.
And I just want to thank everybody else for watching. My name is Kyle Walker. I do walk tubing and occasionally interviews. Check out our food channel, Yoshi Walker Eats.
Yep.
I will send that in the description down below. I hope everyone has a good day. Stay dry.
Yes.
And we will see you in the next one.
Yes.
Walker out.
Yoshi out, even though I'm cold.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.